Nin explains the rules of mixed martial arts. The object of the game is for a fighter to win by points, knockout, or submission. Mixed martial arts, or MMA, is a hybrid sport that combines the techniques of many different martial arts. There are many organizations that promote the sport, the most famous being the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. A contest is between two fighters in a multifaceted cage, sometimes referred to as the ring or the octagon. The walls are high and are made of chain link wire to prevent fighters from escaping. In MMA, fighters fight within a weight class. You must be under the relevant weight limit, as if you are overweight, you are disqualified immediately and cannot compete in the fight. Once the referee tells you to go, you must begin fighting. You are allowed to punch your opponent, kick your opponent, elbow, knee or wrestle your opponent, lock their limbs to cause them pain, throw them to the ground or against the cage, and you are allowed to choke them with your limbs. You can use virtually any strike from any martial art, and this makes MMA the most versatile combat sport in the world. There's also things you cannot do, which will earn you a warning and possible disqualification. You cannot attack the groin, you cannot knee to the head if the opponent is on the floor, you cannot strike the back of the head or the spine, no headbutting, eye gouging or fish hooking, no biting, hair pulling or grabbing of the cage, no fingers in orifices or manipulation of your opponent's fingers, no strikes or grabbing of the throat, and no intentionally throwing your opponent outside of the cage. Doing these things accidentally will result in a warning. A fight is contested in 3 rounds of 5 minutes each, with a 1-minute break in between rounds. Championship contests are fought over 5 rounds of 5 minutes each. There are 3 ways to win a fight. Knockout. If you manage to knock your opponent down, they'll have a limited amount of time to get back up. If they cannot get up within this time and show that they can defend themselves, you win the fight by knockout. Submission. If you manage to manipulate your opponent, causing them pain, the fighter trapped in the hold can call defeat by tapping their opponent's body or tapping the floor, or by making a verbal announcement. Once an opponent has done this, the referee will end the fight immediately and award you the win by submission. This is also known as tapping out. Points. If a knockout or submission hasn't happened when the time runs out, a group of judges will have scored each fighter based on their performance for every round that they have fought in. The fighter with the highest amount of points at the end of time wins. This is known as winning by decision. That's pretty much the gist of the UFC, or mixed martial arts, but there's a few other things that you'll need to know before watching a fight. For example, disqualification. A fighter can be disqualified for failing to make weight, or by being given 3 warnings for illegal moves. Once the 3rd warning has been issued, the referee will stop the fight immediately. A disqualification can also be called if a fighter has been injured by an illegal move that seemed intentional. Forfeit. A fighter can announce his own defeat before a match begins if he is injured or unable to fight. This is known as a forfeit. No contest. If both fighters violate the rules, or if a fighter is injured by an unintentional illegal action, a no contest may be called. This is where no fighter wins the bout. No contests are rarely called in MMA fights. Technical knockout. When a referee, doctor, or fighter's corner crew feels that a fighter is no longer able to defend himself, or that it's too dangerous to let him carry on fighting, they can stop the fight and the opponent will win by technical knockout. This video is a general summary of the unified rules of mixed martial arts, which most organizations adhere to. Specific rules differ between organizations, so check your local organization for the specific rules that you must abide by. But if you have found this video at all helpful, please be sure to like, share and subscribe. It takes me ages to make one of these things, and good karma is very much appreciated. Be sure to follow me on Twitter also, but in the meantime, enjoy mixed martial arts and the UFC.